What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Witch Watch, this time with episode 20. Yeah, I don't know where I got 7 from. Maybe 7 from the halfway point. But looking forward to this episode. It was a really good episode last time out. Kind of delving more into the past of Morihito and Nico. Some really romantic stuff towards the end as well, with the whole stuff on top of the head, which we saw a similar spell earlier on in the series. But yeah, just really enjoyed the kind of additional context and the cuteness of the episode. Definitely one of my favourite segments in those last 10 or so episodes. But do let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Do it again, bitches. Imagine she's a desirable girl with a normal person. Like, you put a witch in our world, what happens, do you reckon? What do you think happens? They get used? Do they get taken? Do they get heralded as a god? Like, what happens, do you think? And back in the day, they'd get killed. Witch, it's a witch. And you burn her. You put her on the stake and burn her back in the day. So I guess we do kind of know what would happen back then, but what would happen if we put a witch in our times now, where things are a little more accepting to a lot more different types of people? It's kind of sad, honestly, because what if there was actually witches back in the day and they just got rid of them all? Obviously there wasn't, but yeah. That's the worst part of it. They killed so many people with the witch hunts that they so many innocent people for absolutely no reason. I think if you were like a different kind of creature or something, and you did just like, if you were like an alien or something, and you did see that kind of stuff, like why would you ever contact humans? Like, it's just like you would get, especially again back then, it would be like you'd be killed. You would instantly become the enemy of humans if you're anything other than human, and you've got anything resembling any kind of intelligence and can do things we can't. I want to see more of those two still. Although I do think today we're going to see a lot of Nemu, and she's got some of my favourite segments in this show, so that's awesome news. She was quite a big part of last episode. Good to see. In a different way, though. We didn't see her cat form at all, which was a bit of a shame. A kind of slightly odd-looking humanoid cat form. Definitely is one of the weird, like, it's like, it doesn't look majorly crazy. It's not intended to look majorly crazy, but it certainly is one of the weirdest cat designs I've seen. I think it's like the face shape. Not really sure how to describe it. She can't go there anymore. Not true, but why? What are you to assume that? You look much better. Yeah, yeah. Good job. But I think she might have another. Hmm. Yeah, she might have another. Or is it just a thing, do you reckon? She just falls in love with anyone that pets her nicely as a cat? Ah, that's a shame. You do see that sometimes, don't you? Also, the pecs. Um, it's obviously not natural. Well, it might be a natural thing, but you do. I mean, it's not, but it feels natural. Sometimes you see people that own tigers actually like have a cat as well, and they kind of get along pretty well, seemingly. Yeah, I think so. Really? Give up some? You give up a spell that cool? I guess she's got a broom, but that's still a pretty fucking awesome spell. I've got a flying wolf. Lodo. I couldn't even try to imagine myself controlling myself flying. Seems like it'd be very difficult. Just levitate then. Hover. Which is still pretty awesome. At least if we get stuck in the tree, you won't be found. Those pants on. Honestly, that you can apply that to almost anything. It depends on how confident and how your mindset is. I know this sounds terrible, but if you're really desperate, I mean, as a girl, you might be able to show your boobs. That might be circular, but maybe like the under boob. I was thinking more like you can show your bum. Got a kind of crescent shape, I guess. Just yeah, if you're desperate. I guess you could kind of do it with your hands as well a little bit. Depends how strict they are and what you count as a crescent, I guess. I don't think you are. Maybe he's not quite as pretty. But that's about it. Oh, yeah. Right, a good point to be fair. Don't get it. Yeah, it's like the more this goes on, the more embarrassing it gets. Might have gone too far already. Let go da. Her mum. This makes sense for witches, especially if they are like hunted and such, but this is honestly like this is bad for a person, you know what I'm saying? Like it's good to defend yourself from people if you are like being hunted for being a witch or something, but as like a human being you need to actually accept weakness and ask for help and such, don't you? So oh crap. Save me. Oh crap, the crescent. Get it out, bro. Yeah, that is evidently what just happened there, isn't it? She just went spring and just boop. Jesus fucking Christ. She went blasting off at the speed of light. Also, his shirt, is that a reference to a double rainbow? Or like how would you ever tell? It's quite funny, his shirt goes with his pants, quite ironically. He's wearing camouflage and this shirt is, how would you ever be able to tell there's a rainbow? It's an invisible rainbow. Fits quite well actually. Come on, Kago. Superman this shit. Hmm. Suppose that might help a little bit. Yeah, look at him. Look at him bloody go. It's like the reverse Michael Jackson moonwalk. Come on, Kago. Jesus, look at her. That must be terrifying. That's what I think. Like with stuff like this, I did like try skateboarding a little bit with my friends back in the day, and things like akin to that. Like and your whole body just like seems to just reject it in terms of like taken the fall, going down the big ramp, and it's just like my whole everything in my body is saying I'm gonna fuck myself up, and it's gonna hurt like hell. And I think the best kind of people that do stuff like that accept that they accept they're gonna fucking get hurt and injured and fall down and such. But yeah, it's just like it's that feeling of wow shit, and especially if you've experienced it and had like a big fall, so it's like I'll do that again. Got fucking go for that again. So yeah, I never really got that good. I could do like a few tricks, but I would always be too scared to like ever do anything really fast, like with cars on the road or anything next to me or anything like that, or would be scared to like go down like big ramps and stuff because yeah, and I think that's quite similar to this. Perhaps just like when you're in the air, especially on the ice, with it all slippery and stuff. That's another thing I mentioned this during my like sorry guys, I mentioned this during my medalist reactions. I don't think I've never been ice skating. I don't think I would just because it's scary having so many people with blades around you, and it's like it's not just you controlling your own blades, which I'm scared enough of injuring someone else or myself. It's actually the fact that there's other people that could accidentally like hit into you and just like slice your slice your leg off or slice your fingers off or something. I don't know if it was a horror movie or what. I distinctly remember a scene from something where someone's got their hand like they're trying to get up on the ice and someone just skates by and just chops their fingers off. Um, yeah, maybe I've watched too many movies to get into that as well, but yeah, I've definitely felt this feeling before. It's a little bit similar to a 50-50 in football. That's probably the closest thing I get to it in the sport I play. Of like, the ball's there to be won, and the other person is going in 100% as hard and as fast as they can. You can either go in, don't know the outcome, maybe get fucked up, maybe fuck them up, or you can wimp out and lose the battle psychologically and physically. And you just got to catch her. Nice. Okay. And it didn't even have to turn, which is awesome. Oh shit. Young love. Kuro Neko. Fuck's this now. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Fucking shit right here. That movie always used to be on TV when I was home from school. I took a day off or something. That'd be on quite often. Good movie to be on often, to be fair. Usually there's a lot of shit. Like you kind of wish you went to school because there'd be nothing good to do. It's good. Or shitty daytime TV. See, this like it's a lovely scene, but if I was to place myself in this, I'd just be sneezing and fucking hay fever and all over the place. Bro singing. Kazuki no Nicholas. Here's the new man of your dreams, Nemu. Now she wants him to turn back. Wow. Yes, you do that, Nemu. Absolutely. Hey, that lovely lap. Done with you, Orihita. Done with you. I just love that transition. It's fucking hilarious, isn't it? Just for now. But like I keep saying, the longer it goes on, the fucking harder it's gonna get. So maybe you should have done it. That was it. Oh, we have got a couple minutes left. Okay. Yeah, really good episode. Again, pretty much fully Nemu focused, which is awesome. Like I said, definitely some of my favorite segments in the whole show. So yeah, awesome. Nice bit of work for Keigo here as well. Great. Love this episode. I know I say it's a lot, but I've got to say the ending is so much better than the opening song, isn't it? Does seem from this ending we'll get a little bit more of the little vampire guys. But you know, we really haven't had much of him at all since his arc, have we? I would like that just because you guys know I'm a horror fan, so I would like to see more of those gothic kind of horror elements. Not that it's ever going to be scary or anything, but I just like the aesthetic is pretty cool, especially with like Frankenstein kind of Dracula stuff. Okay, so there's even more. They're going to play the full ending. Good. Again, I really like this song, so. I mean, she is kind of covering half the screen, which is a little bit in the way of the visuals. He's very much in the way of the visuals. Why have they done this? Like, why have they put him? Like, why have they covered up like 60-70% of the screen? It's almost like our reaction videos, to be honest, isn't it? But we do our necessity. I don't want to get like too deep here or anything as well, but it is quite relatable. For me anyway, of like um whenever I've been like most popular with girls and such, usually like on nights out and such, when I get with girls and I start doing like that kind of stuff. Never really like, I haven't really gone clubbing or anything for a long time, for many years. That would be like where I'm most popular, and I think that's when you're drunk, you're a lot more confident, you're a lot more out there, and so on. And it's a little bit like kind of Keigo in terms of like almost being a different person, and you feel a bit self-conscious because that other self is like so much better or so much more out there, and that's so much more done and blah blah blah. But you can relate to that a little bit. So I imagine it feels lovely for Keigo to be appreciated as the Keigo he is. I'm happy for him. Maybe I'm trying to say that. And he's got a very good girl if they do pursue this, because I really do like Nemu. She's a lovely girl, isn't she? That's adorable. I don't know if that was my eyes tripping, but I saw something move in the background there. So now we just got this still image. What's going on with this? I don't want to sound bad, but it really does feel like they half-assed this a little bit, doesn't it? Do you guys think the same? Like, is this not just absolutely half-assed? I mean, the fact that they played the visual, we've seen all these scenes before, so it's like they don't really have to do any extra work, but it still looks cool. Why they covered half the screen, I don't really know. They could have had the characters more to the side, or like just put Keigo's arm away or something and have a different pose. Maybe there was some intention to this, but he literally, especially Keigo, literally covered up half the screen. It would have been less work putting him on top of this shot. So I don't really get that, but I especially don't get why we've got a still PNG for 40 seconds. Like, it's a nice bit of artwork, but feels like they just kind of like said, well, we've got to put something else here, so we just have this here for the last minute. Kind of feels like they half-assed it a little bit, especially surprising considering seemingly how much effort they do put into the show. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I like her segments. And it looks like we are back to the usual. Is that Switch? Looks like we are back to. Oh, nice. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Big fan of that. Yeah, looks like we're back to the usual kind of. For the past few episodes, we've just had like one or two kind of big stories. Whereas the usual kind of thing is that we have like three kind of shorter comedy ones, don't we? I really do prefer actually the longer one kind of idea episodes like this one, to be honest with you, because the pacing just feels a lot better. It feels like with the kind of three segments you get like one hit and two misses, or like two hits and one miss. Like there's always like one that doesn't. There's always like one that stands out or two that stand out, and there's one that's just not nearly as good. And they obviously don't have much time to actually get what they're trying to do as well. But you guys know I really like the teacher and manga artist segments, which it looks like we've got more of next week. So very excited for that. They're also some of my favourite segments. Aside from that, looks like we got the little vampire boy getting like bullied or something, and maybe is this Dr. Jekyll? Do you reckon? Going to show us is Mr. Hyde. Looks like we got a whole kind of this is the student. Is this the student council? I think. So they're wearing some kind of crazy getup, aren't they? Oh yeah. But yeah, looks like a pretty cool episode next week. As I said, enjoyable episode today. Honestly, this ending kind of soured it a little bit. I was thinking really cool. They're gonna play the full version of the ending song, which I listened to already quite a lot and absolutely love. So that was awesome. But they just kind of ruined it a little bit. Just seemingly just plop the character over top of the visuals. It would have actually been better just showing the old visuals, to be honest with you. Have them cover up half the fucking screen, and then just still PNG for the last minute. Like, what was that? What kind of, again, I don't want to sound too bad, but it does feel lazy. Let me know what you guys feel about that, because that just feels like I would spare at the moment. Shit, we forgot to do this, so we just have to put this image here for the last minute or so. But other than that, it was a really good episode. Really liked the look into both Keigo and Nemu. Does feel like with these one arc kind of episodes as well, it does feel like we get a bit more done in terms of the character kind of progression and understanding more about them, and progressing their relationships as well. It does feel like we get, as we saw last week, we get a lot done in that regard. So I think I do much prefer this kind of format of things, honestly. I do like the comedy kind of 3 episode stuff as well, but like I said, it can be pretty hit or miss, especially with Japanese comedy where you don't fully understand it all. I like this little segment as well. This was, maybe they were like planning for this to be the ending segment or something, because this almost felt like quite a cinematic kind of way you'd end out something, doesn't it? This whole scene here was really awesomely done. Just like, it's just surprising considering how much quality and how much effort they seemingly put into everything else that we've seen from the series so far, especially that first opening. But scenes like that, it's amazing they put so much effort into that, and seemingly maybe it was like some kind of production thing, but I'm not sure if it was maybe, like, I think of Gintama, the person who made this manga is an assistant to Gintama, and they usually do some like gags. Like there was an episode in Gintama where it was just like a PNG of the outside of the Yorozuya shop for pretty much the whole episode, and it was a comedic thing of like, oh, that budget for this episode, so you're just gonna have to listen to the voice actors talk over a still PNG, and there was like a comedic element in that. This, it doesn't feel like they're going for that, but maybe in some kind of weird way they are. I don't really know. I mean, it's definitely not comedic, but not really sure what they're going for. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments. As I said, really good episode up until that last kind of minute or so. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you next week with episode 21.